How we doing, everybody? Welcome to the Johnny Concert Podcast. Yes, we got Ledbelly, we got Tom, we got Dave, we got Johnny Concert. And we're gonna do the memorabilia of the day. I think Ledbelly's gonna take this one today.
Yeah, we got
show that.
Start the show with the memorabilia. I got a little mini flyer from one of the most amazing Red Rock shows.
Oh man, was it good?
And
History.
Some of our crew's history of something great to talk about. Because the fact that there's never really metal never really caught off. There was a great era of time when they actually played metal shows there. But yeah, you'll be hard pressed to find someone that found a pit at Red Rocks. So,
that's a good point.
This one, there was pits.
Because you knock your head.
The Slayer came out as a headliner, so everybody.
It's called Clash of the
them
Titans, right?
Clash of
the Titans.
Everybody had to be up to par, but apparently they, that was the show they added Alice in Chains as a special guest.
That's right.
And they're a new band.
That didn't go over too well.
They could boot them even.
Despite the fact that they're so high caliber a group, the Slayer fans weren't having.
We didn't really know.
Yeah, try being the band that opens up for Slayer.
We didn't really know. We didn't really know about Alice in Chains back then. We hadn't absorbed them in.
I was loving it because I was close enough to be able to get a connection with the band and look at the drummer dead in the eyes and watch him throw out some amazing grooves. And I'm like, wow, these guys are amazing. People are throwing stuff at them from every angle. There was crap flying everywhere.
Oh man,
I was embarrassed about.
They were just
our Denver people.
letting them have it, man.
I'm
but they
giving
kept
them the grief. But that's what happens when you open up for a big mega band. Everybody hates
with
the
three big
opening.
mega bands.
Everybody's gonna hate the opening.
Not one mega band. Three of the big three.
Right, Anthrax,
So you walk out of a show
Anthrax.
like that as an opening band for any big name band. You walk out of there with an okay show, you won.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
yeah, but Alice in Chains. See, Alice in Chains, we hadn't absorbed. I mean, we hadn't accepted that stuff yet.
He helped.
We were speed metal guys.
When you kicked your ass, that's pretty good.
No, they didn't. No, but that was just it wasn't a very intelligent move. I don't think to put them on there.
Yeah,
but I remember it was kind of cool. Lane Staley said. He said, if you guys don't like us, why don't you go to the refreshment stand and suck on a hot dog? They got booed off pretty much.
I do remember I wasn't a huge fan of like the Man in the Box thing, but they had come out with Dirt at that time, I think. So it was.
They was facelift first for that whole first tour.
I actually bought that Dirt album, and it was so good.
That was like one of the greatest albums.
Looking forward to it. So. Maybe I can't remember that time frame, but that's another thing that people might have a better recollection than kids.
But so the show was Clash of the Titans. It was Slayer, Anthrax, and Megadeth. And who started Ledbelly? Was it Anthrax?
Yeah, Anthrax came out, and Megadeth.
Then Megadeth, then Slayer.
There was one more band.
Yeah,
Alice in Chains.
There you go.
Yeah, you're thinking, and then there was a thing called Operation Rock and Roll, which was
that's different.
in that same era.
We're not talking about that though.
But,
we're talking about Clash of the Titans.
Very few.
So I'll never forget. I was in the second row. And these crazy Mexican dudes. I had no idea who they are. We were hammered, and next thing you know, we were arm in arm, like we were best friends forever, singing Dead Skin Mask, and it was one of the most amazing concerts I've ever been to in my life. In terms of heavy metal,
tour, huh?
Speed metal. It was. So what album was Megadeth on? It was before Rest in Peace, right?
I was just thinking.
It was before Rest in Peace. Is that true?
I'm not
Remember?
sure.
Oh,
That's
no.
a good
It was definitely after Countdown.
No, it was not after Countdown. Dude. Countdown hadn't been wasn't even a thought back then.
I guess I'm.
Countdown is way. No. It wasn't even Rest in Peace out yet.
Yeah, what year was this?
No way. It was before Rest in. I think it was Seasons of the Abyss for Slayer. So it was, maybe it was Rest in Peace
or whatever.
Right about then.
I think it was Rest in Peace. Probably.
Might have been right. I don't think they played Rest in Peace. They didn't play Rest. They didn't play Rest in Peace album on that. They didn't play any Rest in Peace songs. So.
I think it was the summer of '92.
We got to look that up. But anyway, that was what a hell of a show, hell of a tour. I mean, 3 of the big 4. trash guys.
Yeah, who was there? Anybody remember some of that?
Leave a comment if you got stories.
Red Rock
remembers
show was
Alice in
like
Chains. When they
general
come back to
admission
concert,
tickets everywhere.
They referred to
They
that
remember.
concert where they got booed here.
They know.
And I felt so
92?
bad. I'm like, oh.
I think it was 92.
man.
Yeah.
One time,
toughened them
Faith
up,
No
man.
More got beat. They got spit on at Club Max up there in like Thornton. When
Who
they,
got spit
remember
on?
that club? Faith No More.
Oh,
and I
man.
used to like
People
Faith
weren't
No
ready for
More.
that either.
So I was at
They're a
that
great
show,
band.
and these people were like spitting on them. I was like, oh no! I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
They still
On the
remember
band.
that too because they talked about it later. Believe me, that goes a long way
really
in a musician's memory of paying your dues on the road.
That's what I was gonna say. They toughened them right
people
up.
yelling Freebird at you
toughened
all
them
the time.
right
I'm
up.
like, I can't play Freebird, man, but I can play Sweet Home Alabama.
Well, you're only one guitar player. The Freebird has 3 guitar players.
But you hear that probably, who knows, 20, 30 times over in your career if you toured all over the country. It's quite upsetting. Yes.
Well, that's a good memory, Ledbelly. That's a cool little handbill there.
Yeah, I like that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Little references.
Very good.
good-
Well, we're going to go on to the
time
topic of the day.
warp.
Topic of the day is the band with the best guitar players. So there's a lot of long-term bands that have had multiple guitar players play for them. And so that's what we're talking about. So I wrote an article about this on June 2nd of 2009. And I'm going to read the article first, and then we're going to talk about it. The band with the best guitar players, part 1. Anyone who knows me or has read my articles knows that I'm obsessed with screaming electric guitar. I live for licks, hooks, breaks, and riffs. I kill for power chords and heavy leads. I become emotional when I hear lush melodies. Somebody hold me. I race down the road listening to a million notes played by 100 miles an hour by Joe Satriani. But I also soar to the heavens when I hear that perfect single note held for days, like when Santana held it in the song Europa. It'll phase, it'll flange, it's fast, it's flexible. Jeff Beck. I enjoy the phrase, drenched in reverb. Neil Young. I like to get lost in extended solos with recurring themes and motifs, a la the Allman Brothers. Flying V's are so cool looking, Shanker Brothers. I've also been known to genuflect in front of Les Pauls and Stratocasters. Could you say whammy bar? 6 strings, 7 strings, whatever it takes. I'm serious about sustain. Distortion can be dangerous, and I love a good arpeggio in the morning. And when I hear harmonized twin guitars like Iron Maiden, swing. Because of my love of the axe and because I have the mindset of an 80s high school adolescent, I like to pose silly questions about rock and roll. One of my favorite questions is, which band in history had the best guitar players? I know one of them, Ozzy Osbourne. When Ozzy holds auditions, every hotshot flocks down just for a chance to play for the Prince of Darkness. And over the years, he's assembled quite a list of gunslingers. Randy Rhoads. When Ozzy first went solo, his first 2 albums, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman, featured Randy Rhoads. Previously, Randy played with Quiet Riot. Randy was classically trained and his style was so fluid. His guitar playing on these 2 works has been revered by experts and fans since they came out in the early 80s, and these 2 albums are counted amongst the finest metal offerings ever produced. Nice. Tragically, Randy died in a plane crash in 1982 while on tour. And when the tour resumed, Ian Gillan from Deep Purple, guitar player Bernie Tormé, took over the guitar duties. Now, Tormé is a Stratocaster player who cites Hendrix, Beck, and Gary Moore from Thin Lizzy as his major influences. He definitely fits the bill when it comes to screaming electric guitar, but he lasted only 3 weeks on the tour. Brad Gillis from Night Ranger picked up the torch from there. He continued the tour, and Ozzy released recordings from this tour on an album called Speak of the Devil. While not as highly praised as Rhoads by any means, anyone who can learn those songs on the fly is quite impressive.
Impressive.
And Gillis had to learn Iommi's parts to play Black Sabbath songs live as well. Jakey Lee was up next. Jake appeared on the Bark of the Moon and Ultimate Sin albums. And he played before that he played with Rat and Rough Gut, and later he went on to form the band Badlands. Jake is often overlooked because of the awesome power of Rhoads and Wylde, but the man has some major chops.
You got kind of screwed over.
Zakk Wylde took over in 1988 on the No Rest for the Wicked album. Zakk is the ultimate rocker, signature guitars, founder of the metal band Black Label Society. He's got the beard, he's got the look, and he's an excellent fit with Ozzy.
I'm going to have to go online right now and say, without a doubt, I think Zakk Wylde probably the best metal guitar player out there. I will say that. That dude shreds everything.
He's definitely carrying
In
the torch.
1995, Ozzy released the album Osmosis. This album features Wylde and Joe Holmes on guitar. And Joe Holmes used to play for David Lee Roth, and it was Holmes who handled the guitar responsibilities on the subsequent tour. Also on the album Osmosis, Steve Vai co-wrote and plays the song My Little Man. Vai played with the legendary Frank Zappa when he was just a youngster Also played with Alcatraz, Diamond David Lee Roth, and Whitesnake. And of course, he's enjoyed a lengthy, successful solo career. Vai is also famous for playing on Joe Satriani's G3 tour numerous times. He's flashier than the other guys on the list and definitely virtuoso. Before Ozzy went solo, he played for a little band you might have heard of called Black Sabbath. During that time, and ever since, Tony Iommi has played guitar for Black Sabbath. When Ozzy was asked who the best metal guitar player he's ever played with is, his answer was Tony Iommi. Iommi is the godfather of metal, and in the Denver Hard Rock Examiner's opinion, which I was at the time, the best guitar player of all time. So to recap, Rhoads, Torme, Gillis, Lee, Wylde, Vai, Holmes, and Iommi, a formidable cadre of some of the finest axemen of all time. Leave a comment to tell me which band you think is the best guitar players of all time. So, Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, you forgot Gus.
Oh, I forgot Gus G from Firewind. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, lovely, man. It's a massive article.
That's pretty good.
There was some eloquent writing involved in that top part of that.
That's all right.
Dig that little introspect into your thought process.
Yeah.
And, beautiful, kind of like a poetic intro to that. I like that. It was but definitely, you got to recognize these guys were hired because of their chops. Because Ozzy had, he had credentials when he came out as a
He was a Prince of
artist.
Darkness. He was a Black Sabbath, man. As good as it gets.
So luckily for everybody that I know, that Randy Rhoads collaboration is something that, it was a magical thing, right?
Well, so who do you think the best guitar player he's ever played with is? Ledbelly?
I mean, obviously, I think if we had Ozzy to ask that, he would say Randy. And
Well, he said Iommi because he said Iommi
his favorite. Yeah.
Iommi has his fingers cut off, so he doesn't have a feel, but he
We're asking
doesn't
about
feel.
your favorite.
Well, who's your favorite?
Oh, mine.
Who do you think's the best?
And, shoot.
Randy Rhoads.
Randy Rhoads.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a tough one.
just
No, probably
likely
Tony
to-
Iommi, I'd say. But
just
then
the reference to
Ozzy
the
solo
first two
Randy.
albums is all you got to say.
I mean, Blizzard of Oz, a Dire of Madman. Are you kidding me?
I love Tony
Kidding
Iommi,
me.
but I wouldn't have put him on the top of the list.
Yeah,
He's
Tony,
just different, I guess.
Tony's
course.
Tony. He invented
The
it.
potential that was,
So you- So you say Randy?
I said
Yeah.
Randy, yeah, but
Yeah, you say Randy too?
I mean, obviously, Zakk is
Me? All right. I'll tell you.
immense.
Who's your favorite?
He can play about
Ozzy?
everything.
Or the
so.
best?
There's
We don't have
parts
to
of
agree.
me in my younger life, but it was Jakey Lee totally because I've seen him
Jakey Lee's
before. He
badass.
blew my
He's
freaking
so good.
mind.
So good.
He
That
blew
was-
my mind. He was so fast and so technical, and it was such a great concert.
I
It blew
agree.
my fucking
Who
mind.
was with him at the
but,
Noah tours?
but all in all, I'd probably
First
say
one.
Zakk Wylde.
Zakk.
Zakk Wylde is by far the best guitar player.
That was
I
Jakey
think
Lee, I
still
think.
out right now.
I mean, he's
good.
incredible.
Look at who he fills in for. He fills in for Diamond Darrell. He fills in for whoever he needs to. That guy, he's been badass since like
He was
the-
actually
since
played in
the
the Allman
80s or
Brothers for.
70s. He was.
Well, he does Zack's. He
great.
does Tony and Ozzy's part. on
That's
He
the
right.
can even do
current
that
tour.
shit on acoustic guitar, man.
And Dimebag Girls. Yeah, he's incredible.
He's a monster.
Oh, he plays
yeah.
piano too.
Yeah,
I didn't know
he's
that.
Yeah, he
amazing.
plays piano. That's all in this river. Really good song.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
his tone,
One of my
everything. I think
favorites.
about his style. I love that chicken plucky. And,
Oh God, he's
you know,
fast.
oh,
He
he's
is fast.
brutally badass.
Yeah, he
is
doesn't like to
fast.
sit back, but he does have some. He does have some really
I think when he got all
tasty
big and
things he
fat
does,
too.
but-
Remember, he got like he was like
Oh, he was,
Grizzly Adams.
he was
like,
lifting weights and he was also eating like
he was
a
little at first.
eating, drinking.
He was even
He's
badass
ultimate.
back then.
He started
right.
So
little.
there you go.
Well, so yeah, but you were talking about the No More Tours tour.
Yeah, who was with him then?
It was Zakk Wylde when it was his first tour with him.
Right, he was still.
Zakk
pretty
was
young.
clean shaven, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
He was like 18 years old.
Yeah, skinny.
Clean shaven. And so the No More Tours tour was 82. Was it? No, it wasn't 82. It was 89?
Maybe 89, yeah.
89?
Yeah, I know
the-
the numbers.
And,
Mammoth.
and yeah, it's a Mammoth Event Center, which is, I
There were
mean,
several
Ozzy
of
usually
them.
plays arenas and stadiums. And this was a little, the film auditorium is what they call it. It was a whole, like, maybe 3,500 people, I think.
Mammoth.
And so it was a really tough ticket. And it was supposed to be the last tour, 1989. So that was,
then he came
99,
around.
It was the first of
09,
3 more
19.
retirement tours and then a couple more.
Excuse me. Yeah, so that was a hell of a tour. That was our introduction to Zakk Wylde. But I don't know. I still say Tony Iommi is the best guitar player of all of us. I see Tony Iommi from about 10 feet away with Black Sabbath. It was actually with Dio on guitar. I mean, on vocals at that point.
Zakk Wylde would probably
would've
say
been-
Tony.
Probably would.
I mean, that's what I'm saying about that.
But he might say Randy also. You never know. But then I see Jakey Lee from about 5 feet away when he played with Badlands. He played at a bar called Bangles in Denver.
I think like Vi, Stevie Ray. I mean, a lot of people like Eric Johnson, people like that. They might say, or they might say Eric Johnson, like Steve Vai and Satriani.
Yeah.
And people like that, they will probably say Eric Johnson, maybe.
No. Eric Johnson. When the first G3 was Eric Johnson, then Steve Vai, then Joe Satriani.
I know.
And Eric
guess who
Johnson
they
was the
worship?
most amazing thing I've ever seen. But then Steve Vai was even a little better.
Yeah.
And at the end of Steve Vai, I was like, there's no way it could get better than that. And then Joe Satriani schooled them both.
I saw
He took it up a whole notch.
I saw Stevie Ray Vaughan slay fucking Satriani one time
No.
on acoustic.
No, maybe,
Bullshit.
possibly, but Joe Satriani's the
sounds
best
like
star
a
player.
scrimmage.
No.
Best star player of all
Stevie Ray
time.
Vaughan probably.
They took you in
No,
the
so-
same room, you're saying? And
But when Stevie Ray Vaughan played with Jeff Beck was like
Stevie Ray Vaughan
was
played with
better
him
in like
on the
2
MTV
notes.
Unplugged version. Watch it, and you'll see.
Stevie Ray Vaughan was so
Stevie Ray
good.
Vaughan
That
just-
Jeff
Yeah, I
love
Beck,
his
Jeff Beck hit
flavor,
3
but
notes and he was
more
already better than anybody.
because he knew
Well,
when
that
to,
sounds like
He already
a-
blew Stevie Ray Vaughan away with 3
his
notes.
rhythm.
I don't believe anybody.
It was
could.
incredible. It was incredible. I guarantee Stevie Ray Vaughan would say the same thing too. He'd be like, "Holy shit!" I was watching it. I was like, couldn't believe it, man. And that was on the Guitar Shop tour. So that was Terry Bozzio on drums and Tony Hymas on keyboards.
Right, they
And
were
that was a
touring
hell
that
of an album,
record. It
Guitar
was-
Shop. That's where I got the It'll Phase, It'll Flange, as fast
Fire
as
Meets
Flexible.
the Fury was the collaborative tour.
That was so good, dude.
I had a question.
That was
Amazing.
Big Nichols Arena.
One
I
of
have
the
a
few
question for
times
you,
you'll
Johnny.
see Stevie with it. Well, I guess he liked a lot of the blues guys, but yeah, he didn't play with a lot of players.
How many concerts has Johnny Concert seen?
Over 4,000.
You didn't know this for a fact.
Over
right?
4,000. That doesn't even count the time I went into a bar and a
all-
band just started playing.
I had to ask. I mean,
Yeah, definitely over 4,000. It's
Because daily excursion to the clubs or the local music, and then
2-3 times a
the
week
weekend
at least.
jaunts.
Well, as we speak about this, the next tour we're going to do is we're going to go see Zakk Wylde
Yeah,
on
it's
Friday.
See,
Today's being Tuesday, so 3 days from now. And it's Black Label Society, Zakk Wylde's band, and
New
with Zakk
record.
on guitar opening. And then it's called Zakk Sabbath is the headliner.
And what a
and he
compliment.
plays
He's
Black
in his
Sabbath songs.
opening group.
Yeah, I mean, that's how bad he plays the
He's
Tool.
in the support act. Doing
Plays-
Black
yeah, he plays in
Sabbath.
both.
Doing
Rest
both
my-
Tony
rest my
and
case.
Ozzy.
That's pretty
First
incredible.
point.
That's
That
pretty
is.
incredible. It is. It is. But the only one that could beat that is Warren Haynes. They used to have Government Mule opening up for the Dead, opening up for the Allman Brothers.
What
And he
do they
played in
call
all
that?
3 of them. He played in all 3 bands.
could you meld the 3
No,
names
that's-
together to make a name?
The
For that
government,
band?
the Allman, the
I'm sure it
government.
happened.
The,
Lots of shrooms at those shows.
give me a second here.
Grateful. I'm gonna be on.
The Grateful Government Almond Dead.
That's pretty good, though.
No, but he would be playing 6 hours a night. He would guitar for every stop on the tour. Warren Hayes played 6 hours a night, and he
Every
was.
other night,
You still had to drag him off stage at the end of the night. You can't stop playing. You
Wheel
just
them
can't
on
even stop
stage.
it.
And that's what Randy was one of those kind of players where he's always had the guitar with him, same with Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, they say Hendrix used to even make
Dimebag.
breakfast with his guitar around his neck.
Yeah, Jimmy, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I used to do stuff like that, talk on the phone, walk around, eat, cook, this and that, go to the bathroom, whatever, have sex one time. That was really fun.
Nice.
While playing guitar.
Dang, dang, how that
Sounds
goes?
about right.
I told her, I told my girlfriend at the time, I go, I just always wanted to try this. Just because, man. I mean, come on.
So was the guitar around? Never mind.
No, yeah.
So now, did anybody here see Ozzy Osbourne with Randy Rhoads on tour? No. Unfortunately, I did not.
No.
But I saw
suck.
Jakey Lee, and I saw Zakk Wylde on No More Tours, and several times after that.
Yeah, I saw him
And I
with
saw
Jake.
Joe Holmes on one tour, and I
Yeah, that's
saw.
always
With Tony
forgotten.
once. Another one that no more.
Oh yeah.
I had
Are
front row
we-
for the
With
Gus
Tony
G
twice.
show.
Yeah,
Hey, John, could we ever do this one time? We could do the most
Gus G.
underrated guitar players of all time.
Good call.
In our
There's a
opinion.
big list.
Good
And
call.
the ones that we think deserved credit, but did it for some weird reason, maybe because of Flash,
row on the
or
No More
whatever it
Tours
is.
tour, too.
Could we
Right.
discuss that one time?
Which one?
Nick
Who
was
we
We could definitely discuss
next
that.
time?
Okay.
We could definitely discuss that. And Buck Darby from Bush Colt would be one of them for sure.
Alex Lifeson.
You saw that one?
No, I saw my first
Guys, we're
concert.
having one conversation here, buddy.
Sorry.
Most underrated guitar player.
Definitely.
No, we get off topic. We get off
Come on
topic.
now,
So now, did you? Who was the best concert? How many times have you seen Ozzy, Ledbelly?
I'd say 5.
5. Come
At
on, it's
least.
more than that, dude.
Oh, I mean,
More than
yeah.
that.
The No More Tours tour.
We saw
I've
it
seen
twice with
3
Black
times,
Sabbath.
So yeah, let's see.
We saw No More Tours tour
keep-
at
you know,
least
after I
twice.
get
We saw with
convicted
you saw
that
with
one
Jakey
time.
Lee, right? You saw Ultimate Sin with Metallica opening up.
Yeah.
Did you see that concert?
I missed that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
miss
Ultimate
that.
Sin tour with Jakey Lee was Metallica
I
opened
thought
up
it
on
was
Master
Crew,
Puppets.
but I
I
could
saw
be
him
wrong.
on the
No, it was
next
Master
tour.
Puppets. It was Master, definitely.
Jake was still on the
1000%.
crew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was Master Puppets opened up, and Metallica was absolutely incredible that night. But
Right, yeah, oh, yeah, I
But
had
so was
friends that-
Ozzy. Ozzy came down and there was like a throne lowered from the
skull
ceiling,
looking
and it was a bat with these wings, and the wings opened up, and Ozzy was sitting there on the throne. It was so fun, cool.
Yeah, that's so regretful. And Metallica opening up. Wow.
Oh my God! It was,
On the
and I
Master
love
of
that album,
Puppets
Ultimate
tour.
Sin. It's not as revered as some others, but that's a great album.
No,
man.
it's great
was the
song,
one that
great
was-
lyrics, great everything.
Ozzy
That album was.
It was a big, like, it was one of the big.
It was Black Sabbath.
Nobody
the
likes
time he was with
you.
Black Sabbath. What tour was that? Or what show was that? It was like a.
There was like a monster. It wasn't a Monster to Rock. Was it
Something
Monster to Rock?
kinda like that.
No, it was a.
If
It wasn't an
Oh,
Ozfest
yeah,
either.
Ozfest. It was an
Was it
Ozfest.
Ozfest?
Yep.
Yeah, it was an Ozfest. It was.
Yeah, there's several Ozfests.
Yeah, it was like the
It
first
was-
Ozfest, I think.
It was badass.
It was in Mile High Stadium, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I broke my ankle. I was on crutches for that one.
That sucks.
I'm still going to this concert, man.
It was.
And I had
total
really good
religious
seats.
experience.
Like at the, like if you're watching a football game, it'd be the front row of the football game.
Right.
But that means you come into the top and you have to go down like 30 rows with crutches. But I was like, I don't care. And of course, I was setting up headbanging and had to re-injured my ankle all over the exercise. I didn't care.
That was
I was
really
just
fun
too
for a
good.
show.
We've been waiting our whole lives to see
To see the full lineup.
Black Sabbath, you know.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So yes,
amazing.
that just reminds me. I know I've seen Black Sabbath 3 times. So yeah, Ozzy so many times. But yeah, it's I think the best I ever saw was with Tony Iommi though. It was just a riff master general. You can't beat him. He invented heavy metal for Christ's sake.
Amazing duo. When they were together, they were unstoppable.
Incredible. But was that better than when he was with Dio?
Yeah,
Because Dio with the Heaven and Hell tours was so goddamn
So
good.
fucking good. Yes.
I had
the
a
other
true
end of the
front row for
spectrum.
that one. It was incredible. It was literally 10 feet from Tony Iommi playing. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Playing Falling Off the Edge of the World. And
I missed both those fucking shows.
come on, Ledbelly. Those are must
It makes
sees,
me wanna
buddy.
Just go out and get a world.
Well, the other thing I say is one time I got to see the Pope. Pope John Paul II came to Colorado.
Right.
And he did a couple of things. He was at Cherokee Reservoir outdoor with tens of thousands of people were there. But he also played at he performed at the McNichols Arena, which was an incredibly tough ticket, as you might imagine. So I went in there, and I was kind of young, and you know, in that age where you're like, whatever, religion, you know. But when the Pope was sitting on that throne, there was a feeling of power in the air like I've never felt
see
in my
that.
life. I mean, it was like oppressive. It was so powerful. It was palpable. And John Paul II he raised his hand like this. It was like whoosh, wave of power just
It happened
rushed
with Michael
over me.
Jackson even. I saw
was
Michael Jackson
unbelievable.
at
Stronger
Mile
than
High
Slayer.
Stadium once.
Yeah.
When he popped out of the stage and came shooting out, you could feel the energy in the crowd, man. It was like so... Like you
like
could
the
almost
Pope?
reach out and like...
You can feel the energy, but I don't know if you can feel the power like the
Michael
Pope.
Jackson was pretty badass.
Oh, he's
It was
incredible.
dynamic,
Incredible.
I'm
You kidding
sure,
me?
yeah.
Incredible. But the only other time I
badass.
felt that power like that, anywhere near that, I mean, we're talking about 1,000 times more than I've ever felt in anything
Yeah,
else.
you-
in any other.
Out of this world.
But the
kind of
only
shit.
other time I ever felt that was when Black Sabbath played the Ozfest at Fiddler's Green with the original Priest, original Slayer, original Sabbath, and it was. I felt that similar power in the air of just. It was wild, man. I mean, it's just hard to describe. It was so potent.
That was a full-on religious experience.
So it was, both were religious experiences, and nothing
can
else has
agree
ever come
with
close.
that.
Nothing else ever come close.
Spiritual experience.
Very
Yes,
spiritual.
So I just grabbed the Ozfest one.
Crazy
The
shit.
Ohio
Where's
highway.
yours? Where did you find that kind of I can't even think of that besides a Slayer show at Fiddler's that were like, oh my God, those guys really fucking are scary.
Yeah,
That's the thing. My friends were scary.
that was scary. That's
I
right.
got up close enough and watching Tom perform, man. He was like,
Well, there still wasn't that. I mean, I'm just talking
and
about
still with Kurt. I mean,
Feeling.
a feeling of power that
Yeah,
I've
man.
never. I mean, I've seen Slayer 30 times, and they're incredible.
You
But
survived 30.
I think it's maybe 31. But I've never felt anything, any band that has, anybody except the Pope and Black Sabbath that had this feeling in the air that was like,
That's
I
cool.
mean, I can't even describe it. It's just it was too potent, too powerful,
I
too
don't know.
powerful.
I get now that I think about it, when they played Marathon when I was tripping on acid at McNichols, that was pretty badass.
I was tripping on acid at that show too. Power Windows? Was it Power Windows?
Power
Windows. I remember when they had the lights and it was like you're in a fishbowl and the lights were spinning around and you're like, you looked like you feeling like you're in a big fishbowl.
Yeah,
that was incredible.
Oh yeah, and the Floyd shows are pretty good too.
Yeah, well, Pink Floyd's the best concert I've ever seen in my life, by far. Out of 4,000. Out of 4,000. Pink Floyd's number one and number two. Vision Bell and Momentary Lapse Reason.
Okay.
They're the best two shows I've ever seen in my life, by not even close.
That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah. Division Bell in 1994 was, there was a plane crash. They had so that part of the wall when the the plane's going down and you hear the sound of a World War II fighter, coming
Bomber
down.
coming down.
And at that time, a plane came from the 5th level of Mile High Stadium over our heads and crashed on the side of the stage. There was a plane crash at the concert. Are you kidding me?
That's awesome.
How do you top that?
That's wild.
I don't know.
But if you look up the video on that, it's at Earl's Court. It's a 1994 Division Bell tour, and it is by far the most amazing stage show by a million miles you've ever seen. And then they have this big circle TV screen behind the band. That was like I was in the 5th
Yeah.
level, way back. It was still vivid, like you were in your living room watching this.
It was like a
watching the big
portal
screen.
in time
It was a
kind of
portal in
thing.
time. Good call. Well put, Ledbelly. It
wild,
was like you
man.
could go through it. It was so incredible. And but then then they had these lasers, and it was the time when they had these green cone lasers. You've probably seen them, but that was the first time we'd ever seen them. And they kind of like it goes out. It's like you could see the cone come out from the laser.
Carved
And
through
then
the
they
fog.
had. And they had all these explosions. They had $100 bills were floating above our heads when they played the song "Money," like huge $100 bills. Like you thought you could reach up and grab one.
Yeah,
And then,
badass.
but then at the end of the show, you're like, "That's the most amazing thing I've ever seen." I just can't even. We're just like your jaw's on the floor. Then from the sound booth, this thing raises up this like a big disco ball and spins around, and then all the lights hit it and it spins around. We're like, "Oh my God, they took it up a notch." Then the disco ball opens up and it starts shooting lasers out. And we're like, "Come on, man, this is just ridiculous now, dude. You guys are just showing up."
This
now.
new thing about the spear thing.
I can't wait to go to
And
the
they
show.
just, people have been talking about that. Like it's
I
really.
know, give us some
I've
tickets.
seen some footage on a phone that blew my mind.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's wild stuff, But that was wild. You owe it to yourself to look up that tour.
That's entertainment value,
And watch that concert, and you'll understand.
I
That's
didn't
the
know
best
that
show I've ever seen
existed.
in my
I'm
life
glad
out
you
of
brought
4,000.
that up because, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Well, here's what's funny is all the time. Sometimes I'll be talking to somebody. I'll tell them I went to 4,000 concerts. They'll be like, "That's nice," and then like most of the time, people will not say, "What's the best one you've ever seen?"
Right.
Which seems to me to be the obvious question that you would want to ask somebody that's been to
Yeah, but
4,000
it's a tough
concerts.
call.
The answer,
Floyd was the
the
obvious
answer is
answer.
Pink Floyd. Pink
Why?
Floyd.
Or just why? Because there's a reason. Yeah, this, that, and the other one.
Oh yes, but look at that video. It's the Division Bell tour on 1994 at Earl's Court, and you'll see.
Far
You'll
out.
understand.
Yeah.
I remember I bought the DVD when it came out, and I was watching it with my girlfriend at the time and my friend Devin and my girlfriend Paul at the time. We were standing there. He had a big screen TV and the speakers, and we started lighting our lighters. It was like we were at this concert. It was like so deep and good, and we were like in his living room lighting our lighters.
That's funny.
That's a moment. That's how good it is. So and the way it's recorded, I think they even re-released it. It's like 5.1 sound, and it's So is it called The Delicate Sound of Thunder? No, that's the live album. That's different. That's
First
different.
one, I think the first tour was that.
Yeah, the first tour. Yeah, that was the best concert I've ever seen till the '94 concert. That was the best concert.
First
I've
big
ever seen.
stadium thing, yeah.
Yeah, so number 2, it goes Pink Floyd, Roger, and it goes on, then it goes Metallica, and then it goes from there.
Wow.
Those are the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You can't touch the Allman Brothers in terms
Yeah,
of pure
exactly.
musicianship.
You'll
you
be
can't
sitting
touch
there a while if they give you that question.
Yeah, let's get it. Well, pull up a chair. It's gonna take a minute. But no, the answer's Pink Floyd, the best show I've ever seen by far.
There's a lot of factors that go into what's the greatest show.
There are. But this one was after I saw that show, it was I didn't even
lined
need to look at the factors. It just was. It just was the best.
That's cool.
I didn't have to even list the factors. It just was, and nothing's ever beat it since.
Some bands are too good to have a bad time.
Yeah, so 30 years later, nothing's ever been better than that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad that's.
But now, oh God, last year I saw a couple. We're way off topic, but I don't care. Well, but I digress. But last year I saw some EDM shows where the imagery was so intense. I took these mushrooms and the bass was so bassy and the images were so intense I had to leave early.
You got the migraine.
Freaking out.
I mean, I gotta go. I
curl
can't
up in
take
the
this, man. It's too much.
I can believe it.
I mean, it was like 3D.
It is overwhelming sometimes.
I mean, it was wild
it's
stuff.
like
man.
super freaking. That's all they do.
Yeah,
That's what the show is the lights. in
We
your
have a new
face.
venue in Denver called the Junkyard that kind of specializes in EDM, and that's I go to those shows too because they're crazy. They're not as good as heavy metal in my opinion, but they're quite. I mean, it's still
Well, the
because
girls are
the
kinda
reason I know it's not as great as rock and roll and heavy metal is because I get double VIP tickets. So you go. The VIPs are on the side of Junkyard, like on these runners, and you got the main area. And then the double VIP, you go by the stage to this lounge area with they got carpeting and pillows and couches and lava lamps and your own bar.
I gotta ask you one question real quick. What's the name of that band that comes out and they play in the blood everywhere?
Guar.
Oh, there you go. I saw that
Guar.
concert one time.
Nice.
That was the sickest concert.
That's
I've ever seen.
highly entertaining concert for sure.
Yeah,
Next level,
blood everywhere, man.
I hate to admit it, but I've never seen Guar.
Oh, they're great.
it's
Man, what a
pretty,
great
it gets a
idea.
little overwhelming.
Yes, it is. It's like
That was the most shocking
That
concert.
idea will never end. It'll go on for.
that's good
Some
stuff.
friend of mine took me
But so at the EDM show, so after you go to the lounge area, you go up the back stairs onto the stage, and I'm standing right next to the DJ. and the reason I know that heavy metal and hard and rock and roll are better than that is because in the middle of the song, he'll turn and start talking to you, and having a conversation like, "Aren't you playing the concert, bro?"
That's funny. That's funny.
It's like all casual, you know. Like, so anyway, dude, you know,
You're low, sir.
Wait, you're on.
our next stop is over here. There's that, but I think you're playing, bro. I can't remember the dude's name,
That's
but
the band, bro.
it was pretty cool. But it can't be as demanding as
Heavy metal, they work hard.
they work hard pushing
I
buttons.
No, heavy
No, they
metal,
were-
they said they work hard.
Yeah, they work really hard, dude.
The production.
Highly
team works
technical shit. Well, we're way off topic now. So okay. So best guitar player
Oh, from
Ozzy Osbourne. We're back to Ozzy
I'm
Osbourne.
gonna have to go with Zakk, I guess.
Go with Zakk.
Because I
Long
like
live
his
Zakk.
style. I like his sound, everything.
I'm gonna have to go with
Very
Tony
diverse.
Iommi.
Oh, there you go.
Zach, Tony
That's-
Iommi.
that's
Who you
good.
got?
Long live Tony.
Randy is for the guitarist.
Randy?
I love Tony Iommi, but
Yep. I understand. It's a good answer.
Ledbelly.
Ledbelly? You going Randy?
I
Go
think
Zach.
Brad Gillis needs mention.
Brad Gillis. I mean, he's incredible,
Dude
man.
is insane.
He's insanely good. And Night Ranger's a great band, dude. People,
Yeah, it took
just
some
because they did
balls.
Sister Christian doesn't mean
Yeah.
they're not a good band.
Yeah,
I
he
took some
stepped up.
balls to step up and try to.
Totally, man.
Randy Rhoads had some big ass shoes.
Yeah,
He had
Absolutely.
big feet,
Right.
man,
Yeah, and he
you know.
carried that through because they were under contract. So yeah.
He was a little dude, too.
He took some balls. Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
that's the other thing about when Randy played with Ozzy. You know, he'd pick him up and had a signature move, but he'd pick him up and
Oh,
he'd be shred
right.
his, and Ozzy would carry him.
You shouldn't let
Yeah,
him
'cause
fly that
Randy was
plane,
like,
though.
yeah.
That was-
Could he?
yeah, man.
That is a wild story, man. He got on the plane with the lady that she was like the costume maker, wardrobe lady, and he reportedly hated that lady. And then the bus driver had been up partying all night, doing blow and drinking whiskey. And they park in the field to relax after a show for the next one, somewhere I think Kentucky, Tennessee, somewhere in there. And the guy that had been up all night driving the bus, he's like, "Dude, they got a crop duster plane down there. I know how to fly a crop duster plane." So supposedly Ozzy and Sharon were sleeping, and Randy got on the plane with the guy who was up all night partying, and the seamstress lady that he hated, supposedly. So it was very strange that he would do that. And then the drunk guy was buzzing the pilot was buzzing the bus for kicks. You know, he's just doing, coming around and buzzing the bus. And on the last pass, the wing caught the bus.
Wow.
And Sharon and Ozzy woke up to no top on their bus because the wing sheared the top basically off the bus.
I heard it was because they let Randy fly.
I don't know about that.
That's what I heard. I think I heard that.
I don't think so.
Hey, I bet he talked to, "Hey man, I bet I can do this."
Actually,
I think there's only one pilot seat. There's not two yokes. I don't think it's.
They're fighting for the seat.
I don't think
we may want to look into this.
We got to look into this a little further, but in general,
deeper than that.
I don't think Randy was. Yeah, it could be a conspiracy. You're right. Randy could still be alive. We're not sure.
I'm not going to name any
I do
names.
believe I did hear that.
I believe her initials are
a long
Sharon.
time ago.
Well, Randy could be Buckethead. Dude. We're not.
Right,
We can't
exactly.
see him.
That's
Maybe
right.
they should go now.
Just saying.
Yeah, she could have set up the whole thing up.
I think
He's that little guy.
all the time.
She could have. You
Oh,
never
yeah, she
know.
bumped him off for sure.
She
Luckily,
bumped him
we
up.
got to
For sure.
Was there an insurance policy
I didn't even
involved?
think about it, but yeah, of course.
Jake Lee didn't
Of
get
course
no
there was.
credit for Bark at the Moon. Or
So-
paid.
Yeah, that Sharon's pretty vicious. But
So there you go, man.
Yeah, it was a brutal road, but at least we got to see, there was some great music. put
oh
out,
my
so that was the
God,
thing.
man!
She'd have me killed.
Ozzy
probably right
Osbourne
away, too.
shows.
Fucking badass.
Ledbelly and I talked about it when we did the Ozzy Osbourne podcast. His shows were so entertaining, so goddamn good. Musicianship, every little part of it. Oh, I just remembered he played New Year's Eve at McNichols Arena one time. New Year's Eve at midnight, and it was. I'll never forget because at midnight the balloons. We did the countdown, and then these balloons fell, and it had a picture of Ozzy Osbourne on them, and said, I ring in the New Year's with Ozzy or something like that.
Baby New
Like
Year.
thousands and thousands of these balloons fell down.
He was such a showman.
Were you at the
That's
Bat
awesome.
concert?
At the who?
Bat.
What's
Where
Bat?
you ate the Bat.
Where he had
That
the
was on the Randy tour. He was touring with Randy's
That was
tour.
in some other city.
Just asking.
No, those are.
Do you believe it, though?
I don't know. Still don't know what we're talking about here.
Ozzy Osbourne is
But the head
supposedly.
off-
Oh,
He had
bit
to
the head
have
off the
the
bat.
shots
Right.
in there.
Right, that's what
I wasn't sure. I was confused.
What
for
do
a
you
second.
believe about that?
Well,
He was an idiot.
They say that somebody threw it on stage,
And he thought
and
it
he
was-
thought it was fake. Is what the story is.
Right.
And then he had to roll with it,
Claims
you know.
it was
I
fake.
picked it up and bit the head off it just for kicks.
They couldn't start squeaking up there.
And,
Learned the hard way it wasn't.
he thought it was an advanced toy that was squeaking a lot and could fly itself.
That was probably dead already.
He
I'm
had to
sure.
go with it, He just had to play it off. No, I'm not playing that.
Well, yeah, you're in front of people. You don't want to embarrass yourself.
Just
Good
wipe your lip
point.
and keep moving.
I meant to do that.
Maybe it was real. He saw it at the last second, going, "Oh God!"
Another one great one I saw was front row
Where did he mean it?
for Ozzy, and he brought out this cannon. He always had something. He brought out this cannon, this foam cannon. He was shooting at everybody. And I turned to my buddy Todd to say something. He hit me right in the side of the head.
That's how it works for me.
And the phone went in my ear. I couldn't hear it for like 3 songs after that.
That's hilarious.
Trying to get it out, But yep. So I'm going Naomi.
Yeah.
His
Gotta
ensemble,
mention
the
Tony
Godfather of Metal, and the Riffmaster
Live
General,
Tony.
I call him. And so, and when I saw him up close too, he was shredding like Satriani on a lot of his. He plays those slow, brooding metal licks, those riffs. But then he was just shredding his ass off. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely got some hits.
but either way, any which one of them you pick, you're a winner. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Leave your opinions,
Leave a comment.
And-
Who do you think?
objections,
Randy, man, he was
arguments.
Tony
Oh,
Iommi,
God.
man, it's pretty good.
Tony, Wyoming, is so good.
Tony Iommi.
Wyoming, Tony.
So, okay, well, we're going to wrap
He's
it
got
up
the
then.
best
we got a little slap happy at the end, but we're okay with that. Thanks for watching. Dave, you want to play us out?
Sure, I'll play a song I wrote. This is the first song I ever wrote on 7-string guitar, which I never liked, and then yet my band liked it, and the friends liked it, and I just had to keep playing it for the next few years, and I just didn't ever really like it a lot.
And now?
But I don't know.
Now you love it.
That's all you like.
Now you worship it.
I don't know. I guess we're not going to give it a shot.
Developed all this
6
time.
strings, 7 strings, whatever it takes.
It's not that. It died.
Well, come on now.
We got to cut it.
Well, come on.
All right.
This is a chord.
All right,
Worth
well,
a
to
try.
be continued on the guitar playing.
Oh,
Thanks for watching, everybody.
I was going to kill
Rock and roll.
Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. Johnny, Johnny, Johnny.